Hello, it's me, Zacchaeus. How y'all doing? This is I got 9 minutes. We're gonna talk about racist costumes or racial, soon to be racial costumes in Halloween, because Halloween is next week. We're gonna talk about this. I saw Lovey T, and before I saw Lovey T video about the Looney, Louisiana couple who was dressed like trash or ghetto, you know what I'm saying, with Baby Dasher and people at Walmart. But the only thing that made it racist, I guess, because they hit the black Barbie doll besides the white Barbie, because they had white dolls and black dolls in a basket, whatever they had. Okay. And then also too, not only that, about racism in the Native American. I'm part of Native American. And before I saw the TV, I just saw that the video just came in my head about making a video about Halloween racism, racist costumes. They're banning ethnic costumes because I guess some people use it for racism. I have a half yes and half no situation with that first, because first of all, when I was growing up, I seen people when I was in school. I went to school before my school, elementary school became, but I'm Latino, mostly white at the time, in the 80s. Okay, because I'm a 79 baby. Okay, I'm 36. And when I saw Latino kids who were Mexican descent dressed up as Mexican costumes, the sombreros and everything else, okay? And, and there was times during my middle and high school that I dressed as an Indian, Native American. And I wasn't trying to taunt or make fun of my partial Native American roots, because let me let you know, anybody who come to this channel, I'm mixed with African American, French Creole, English, Native American, okay? So I do check the black, white, and on census and everything else, and 2 races or more, whatever. I'm very proud of the mud. So, but the first non-black Ruth, especially it will actually make it 6 or 7 years old. Yes, so it'll be 30 years of that. They told me that I was mixed with Native American. They knew about the white part, but they didn't mean talk about that until I got older. Both my parents are mixed with black, white, Native American, so that's what they are. Their mixed background is black, white, Native American. It's not pure African. Okay, so and I felt so proud putting the headdress on, everything. You know what I'm saying? And I know people say, well, why you just as an African? Let me explain why. Because back in the 80s, before we used the term African American, we used the term black. And, people that want to dress, will admit that back in the day, many of our people, including myself, will admit that we have ancestors from there, but we never called ourselves Africans. I mean, now I acknowledge my African, from Africa roots. I ain't talking about African American. Of course, I acknowledge that. But, from Africa, back then, if you call one of us, no matter if they're light skin or dark skin, you call one of our people back in the 80s, and probably still this day, you might get jumped, call somebody African back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So that was the whole, just like, for example, we have some Mexican Americans, Latinos who are Mexican American, some would not call themselves a Mexican. They say, I'm a Hispanic, not a Mexican. You know what I'm saying? So that goes on. Yeah, it actually does. It goes on. Because when I was growing up, I met some Latinos who are Mexican descent who do not want to be called a Mexican or Mexican American. So it's not just those in African American descent. It happens in other cultures, you know what I'm saying? So, the point is, when I grew up and I found out, my dad told me about my partial Native American ancestors, wearing a headdress or making a headdress when I was younger, especially during Thanksgiving, we had the Pilgrims, the Indian stuff. I went to a white school. Okay, so to get my point, we talked about that a lot. During Thanksgiving season, and I mean, someone stole my idea dress as a makeup a Native American costume, so it made I had to make a Pilgrim costume. Trust me, I wanted to do the Native American costume. I was 4th grade back in the 89, and I wanted that Native American costume, but someone stole it. I think it was one Hispanic kid, white kid. One of those kids stole my doggone. I think it was a brother. One of them stole my doggone idea, and I'm part of the American. I want to represent my roots. So, but as I got older, it was sometimes we had the dress up day or Halloween day. I did buy a headdress. I think my family did, and I wore the Native American headdress with pride. No, like for example, when I defended Pharrell wearing the headdress last year, it was an E! Magazine Some Native Americans got spinning and forget that Pharrell was part Native American, not fully black. You can look and tell. And he mixed with that caramel skin and that features. Those are not extremely African features. And he not dark brown skin. Even if he was, if he had a mixed background, he still have right to do them. I'm just saying, if y'all want me technical with mix and all other stuff, let's get that straight, okay? Like me, I'm caramel complecting myself. So, back in the day, so I was, so I wore the American roots, and my question is, if I say not all the time, is you gonna ban ethnic costumes because you have, like I said, I went to school mostly Hispanic, mostly white, and became mostly Latino later on, and and they dress Mexican costumes, so you're gonna tell some of them not to dress them in Latino, Latin American costumes, or you gonna tell somebody who is a mixed race person, who's seen as black or white, who has Native American roots, who's not, ashamed to admit it. Are you going to tell that child, that student, not to dress up as part of the American roots and they're not making fun? Because, of course, I know who all other stuff, but I was not doing it to make fun. I was doing it because I was proud that I'm also, not only I'm mixed with African, but I'm also proud of my Native American roots. Before I found out I was mixed with, which I already knew I was mixed with Creole, but they had to get a validation for them because they family members talked about it. They said, yeah, this is such a family was part Creole. My dad's side, mom's side, not too much about, but there's also Indian Creole as well on their mom's side. Okay, so I wasn't raised on my mom's side, I was raised on my dad's side. So, my grandfather, who was dark skinned, was mixed with Creole, black Creole, and Native American. Both his parents were from Louisiana. So, my grandma was mixed with black, she brown skinned, black, English, Native American. Her great grandma was, her dad's side was from Louisiana as well. She left a white woman. I'm talking about her great grandmother, okay? And she was married to Native American Choctaw. So that's when they talk about my of course I represent Choctaw everywhere I go. I'm part black. I'm black Choctaw. I would tell people that. Black and Indian, you know what I'm saying, growing up. So that's the part that I don't understand. Why would y'all sit here and deny the rights for students to wear their mixed background culture? Not everybody who wears, I understand, like the Redskins, that's very offensive, okay? But you have people who do have Native American ancestry, who classify as white or black because of one drop of blood clot to mess. They want to represent their roots, and why would deny that? I understand, what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I kind of disagree with that now about the Looney, Louisiana couple, okay? As Sluvy T had talked about, I'm trying to still hard, but I had the thought, when I saw it, I was like, I got to be about the racist costumes or so-called racist costumes, whatever. The white couple from Louisiana had dressed up as, ghetto trade trash. They had baby. The husband was a coach. His wife was a principal. They went to a private party, and the dude had on the baby dad shirt with a red flag and a gun. Red bandana, and some flip flops with some socks on, and a baseball cap turned backwards, and a shirt out. Flannel. He wearing a flannel, something like that. Then my wife was wearing some trailer trash ghetto looking outfit with a bunch of kids. Can't wait for the first of the month check, talking about welfare. Okay. I get welfare because I do work. Because I work part time flexible at a department store. But I had to wait till the 5th of the month. So let's get that straight. Now everybody works to the 1st of the month. Okay, but then they was making fun of ghetto, and then everybody was calling folks racist because I guess the black Barbie doll or whatever white dolls in there. Well, I'm gonna make a part 2 of this because my phone about to cut off. Not cut off, but I have a little bit. Okay, good. So that's why everybody. So like I don't say it's racist. We get tired of people about trade trash and ghetto to black folks, and baby daddy. Please, they're white Hispanic baby daddies. I used to work for the Attorney General, so I know that. Okay,